Well,
first of all,
depends. Which universe is this particular one from?
Can we talk about the fact that we can't really base anything off the X-Men movies because their whole timeline in general is just a cluster.
It is. Hey guys, welcome to House 317. I'm your host Ronnie, joined by permanent roommates Josh, Brandon, coming to you from a different location. Josh doesn't know what to do with himself. We have a Chase on the other side. For those of you that don't know what a Chase is, it's the lay down version of the couch. He doesn't have an armrest, so he feels awkward. So anyways, we're here to talk about the new Doctor Strange trailer that just came out, Multiverse of Madness. We are pumped. Super Bowl ad. Oh my Lanta, there was so much in there. We've already watched it. This is not going to be a reaction video. We've already watched it, but we kind of want to unpack it a little bit. Definitely want to watch it again, but we want to unpack it a little bit. You guys, any initial thoughts before we get into it?
Movie of the year for me.
My jaw, floor.
Yes.
Yes. It's good. There was a lot. There's a lot. So let's get to watching it and let's just see what you guys think, we think, and then we'll just unpack it. Can you push play on this? I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
Looks so good.
The nightmare begins.
Look at that.
I did what I had to do to protect our world. You can't control everything, Strange. It's opened the doorway between universes. We don't know who or what will walk through it. Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Liz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
They talked
He was
about
right. I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished. We should tell him the truth.
Yes, you should.
Oh man.
Is that dinosaurs?
Also something else.
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules. You become the hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
You're a child. No. Keep it.
Oh man. There's so much.
Yeah.
Alright guys, May 6th. First of all, can we wait this long? We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
No.
But I don't want to.
I don't.
If I can wait for Spider-Man,
That's a fair point.
don't get me wrong.
That's a fair point.
This movie is gonna be. It looks amazing, and I'm so excited for it. And it could be better than Spider-Man, but the hype and patience we had to have for that movie.
For Spider-Man.
I can wait for this movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That's
but
fair. That's fair.
That is fair. So, are we thinking what Marvel's putting out there that Wanda is going to be the bigger villain in this kind of series? What are we thinking there? Because they kind of skirt, they kind of throw some shade, they kind of make us think one thing and go the complete opposite in some of these. And so, Brandon, what you got going on?
What you got about Wanda? Because I think I'm on the other side.
She just had a birthday. Hey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think she's the villain.
Oh, okay. No, I just meant like so her line in the trailer, doesn't sit well with me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's fair. She thinks it's unfair. But
Do you think it's unfair?
Well, it depends. I mean, like, we see this in comic book movies and comics in general, where the villain, or not the villain, but the hero often has, you know, like they're doing it for the right thing, but ultimately there's something bad that comes out.
Yeah, not every superhero is clean cut. I mean,
Right.
You can argue,
Right.
But
So for her, I think I will agree, she's going to take it too far. You know, I think she's going to have more selfish agendas. And I
that
think
she already has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's going to get in.
If we're going to just dive into that whole argument of Wanda and that line, like, so that's a massive. You have like Wanda fans that are backing her and saying she's not, like, comparing her to Iron Man and saying like she gets crapped on because of whether she's a woman or whatever it may be. And yes, bringing up Iron Man and him being a part of like weapons being sent overseas and being used against us. Yes, that's terrible, but he made amends and worked to rectify that. She took a town hostage.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to begin with on purpose, but then when she knew what she was doing, she still kept the town hostage to the point where they were begging for her just to let them die.
No! Stop! Stop! If you won't let us go, just let us die.
Right.
And
And that's what I'm saying is just like, it starts off as that,
There was
but then it's exactly like I was saying.
and then
she twists it and she's like, you know what, I'm okay with this, and like keeps doing her thing.
So
And
the
then
biggest difference though is that Iron Man was, although unbeknown to him, the villain first, and then he converted.
Yeah.
Here we have with Wanda is kind of a full circle because she started as a villain.
Yeah, part of the Nazi party.
So then she came back around as a part of the Avengers with Vision, kind of holding her together.
Yeah.
She loses Vision, and now she's coming back around to just kind of no strings attached. I had nothing to lose kind of situation. And so I believe she's definitely.
I think she is a villain, and I'm okay with, like, I love Wanda's character, and it's okay for her to be toe the line, like going from villain to hero to villain again. It's okay, like.
Well, I mean, like, it reminds me of Loki. I mean, Loki's a villain, but still.
Well, people love him.
Thank you, my friend.
It's another example of people
Wanda, but we love Loki.
loving him, even though he's the villain and does horrible, like, killing. Like, yeah, he's a terrible, terrible character. But like going back to WandaVision, where Monica at the end, where she does lift the curse, and Monica's like, they'll never know what you sacrificed. She didn't sacrifice anything. She sacrificed her whole made-up dreamland. Like, I have no like this
and
whole
her children.
her fake children.
Her fake children.
That are
She
not
for
fake.
like a week. Yeah.
That are going to be a part of the like. That's a whole.
They're
other
coming.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like this
Something
whole
like
thing of like you do this and you're a hero, I do it, and I'm the bad guy. Well, I mean, kind of.
It's weird. It's weird. We'll find out. And of course, like, I'm
we-
curious on the context of what that line comes from. Like, is there a moment or a shift in the story that they're both kind of like, well, if you do it, people are going to perceive you.
True. Yeah,
As
because
saving the day.
it's out of context.
Yeah.
So let's elephant in the room. Nexus beings, they're supposed to be the same across all timelines, right? Or in all universes. We saw two Wandas in there, and so tell me a little bit about what y'all think that is, because we're not supposed to see two Wandas. Really, if the Nexus piece aligns with the way the comics views Nexus beings.
So when in the trailer, when he's first talking to Wanda, and she's in this peaceful, where we're assuming where we left off in WandaVision, her in the cabin, but later in the trailer, it's the same shot, it's the same moment, but everything is red, everything is like destroyed looking, but it's the same. So you wonder if it's like
I think
another
it's
part of her
reality, like a reality warping
Well-
because Strange has the same outfit on too.
Yes.
In that same suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would also say, too, we have seen two Wandas on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the end of WandaVision itself, where you're going off in the cabin, you see calm, peaceful Wanda.
Projections.
Yes, but she's really there in the back.
Man.
Scarlet Witch, she's doing everything with the Darkhold, all that. So
Fair.
I
Fair.
think it's very much so. He's talking to the projection.
So where does America Chavez fit into all of this?
I have
Based
no
on what you
idea.
guys have seen. So
no
she's the lady that's supposed to create portals between dimensions, right?
travel.
So we're saying Wanda can't travel between dimensions, so she's having to use her to go find her kids. Are we thinking this is finding her kids?
So there's an interesting argument online
Okay.
that I think is fairly accurate, because we see variants of Doctor Strange in the trailer as well. So
And
I think
Super Bowl spot too.
yeah, exactly. So I think that there is a Strange and Chavez in her, what you would consider her universe, and she's opening portals. He's trying to save something, but then she ends up going through and ending up in our Doctor Strange's universe.
Got it.
I think there's a little bit of that in that moment. Again, it's
So we have
half a second
Defender Strange, Supreme Strange, and RMCU Strange that we've seen so far, and Zombie Strange.
Zombie Strange.
I don't think. I think that's Superior Strange. I think they're the same. I don't think it's
They're the same.
I don't think it's a Zombie Strange.
Oh, okay.
Although-
So you
at-
think,
although
you
at one
think
point-
RMCU Strange turns into Zombie Strange,
No,
or
No, I think
maybe
that's a different one.
no.
I think
But
so.
there's also a shot of Wanda looking kind of undead.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so let's talk
is
about
that is that
That's
an undead, or is that
No,
blood
no.
just coming down her
There's
face?
another shot. I think it might have been in the Super Bowl spot.
Yeah, I know
where she
what you're
looks
talking
That's
about.
red.
Yeah.
eyes.
Which I'm okay with. I mean, look. I mean, let's talk about the fact that there's so much tie into what if in some of these shots.
There is, and so one of the
Beautiful.
shots
The
you
city.
see
The city.
you see Scarlet Witch in a mirror kind of dimension, and you get the same shot in What If with the Watcher. As he's watching the other universes, and so, it is going to be interesting. So the very last thing I want to talk about before we end this, Illuminati.
Yes.
Oh man.
So let's
Gonna
talk
be the
about
best part of
Patrick
this
Stewart
movie.
and why are they bringing him in here? What are y'all's thoughts about bringing him in here? Is it intended to be the X-Men tie-in that we're all wanting? What are we thinking about there?
Well, technically, he's died twice.
Yes, let's
A
talk
few
about
times.
Technically,
Well,
first of
it
all,
depends.
let-
Which universe is this
Well-
particular one from?
can we talk about the fact that we can't really base anything off the X-Men movies because their whole timeline in general
It's
is
jacked
just
up.
a cluster.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
there's
they
no-
bing, bing, bing.
So, who knows? This could be Professor X after the first X-Men movie years ago.
I
don't even know.
different set of the time.
I don't even like.
So Illuminati, typically we have 7 people on there.
Six.
We see 6, right? Is it 7? We see 6.
No, I think
No,
it's
six.
I think
We
it's
see five.
6
Okay.
because typically there's Black Bolt. He's typically on there, and
Black
Strange. Or a variant of Doctor Strange is typically on the council, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Do you think Mordo is there in his place?
I don't
Because
know.
it looked like in the trailer that Mordo was the one arresting him and bringing him to the Illuminati.
I think they used him to get.
That's
him.
a
Okay.
Mordo variant.
Could be.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But
And
see, like
think
I feel
one
like
of
the
them
way
is-
how casual he is with him, he's like,
Yeah.
it's just like no, like he's talking to him like he's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But-
If we get Reed Richards, I'm gonna be so pumped. We need
I want
Reed
it.
Richards.
It's gonna do
We-
cartwheels
make it
down
happen.
the.
Yes,
down the
because
movie.
then that means Doom is not far off.
Yes. And look, Doom is there have been things in these recent MCU movies
Yeah,
and whatnot that all point to
all
Doom.
point to Doom.
Yes.
Anyways, anything else y'all want to know before we close this up?
I will say, like, if I have any like reservation on this movie, like, don't get me wrong, Sam Raimi, amazing director. There have been rumors that there's like 2 cuts of like a rated R version and PG-13 version. I don't believe that.
If there's a rated R, I'm okay with that.
The one
Like,
thing
like-
that worries me, and it's been so many years, maybe I just have a bad taste and just PTSD when it comes to Spider-Man 3
Yeah,
and they're being so crowded and just the awfulness of that movie.
yeah.
I just, it's, I have a slight reservation because I'm just afraid there's so much going on that,
That way, make it lost in a shuffle.
Yeah.
yes.
And I think this movie would be the one that I'd be most worried about because it is everything out there on the table.
Yeah.
It's
It's
describing
100%.
why the multiverse is just crazy and why we should have just left everything alone.
Yeah.
Is
It
essentially
looks
what this
beautiful.
is.
Oh,
It looks
Sophie
great.
is also on the Illuminati.
Who?
Not Sylvie. Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Yes.
Sylvie.
No, what?
Yeah, there is a version of it where she's on the Illuminati.
No, you got Black Panther, Richard Reed.
Reed Richards, yeah.
Reed.
Superior Iron Man sometimes is on there.
Yes.
Which
Professor
is-
X,
Yep.
Doctor Strange,
Mhm.
Black
Black
Bolt.
Panther.
I said Black Panther, Black
Okay.
Bolt.
Okay.
But then you have what maybe could be a Captain Marvel variant, or just could be Monica
It
fighting
could be, yeah.
Wanda. I don't know. Like I don't know how they're gonna.
I'm also thinking it could possibly be Nova. Now, hear me out. When you stop the shot, Marvel, she's all like this whole one set of colors. Whoever this person is has two different colors on their hands, which is not her MO and her design. So.
Yeah, sometimes when she's shooting out this.
Yeah,
But not like that full blue
but
tone.
the face looks like a black woman.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so we
Although,
we know it
they're-
aligns.
Go ahead.
We know it aligns with. Anyways, we're not going there.
Yes.
Guys, if we missed anything, leave us a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you want to talk about. We love this trailer. We cannot wait for this movie. We will get used to this new setup eventually. Y'all leave us a like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all take care of each other, and